Humans are social creatures, but to stop the spread of COVID-19, the novel coronavirus, we all need to do exactly what we're biologically programmed not to do: social distancing.
Wash our hands, often to our elbows. These are the things we know. If people want to wear a mask, that is okay. These are the things we know. It prevents you from speaking moistly. Keep 2 meters apart. Speaking moistly. Keep 2 meters apart. Speaking moistly.
Welcome back to MGN News. I'm your host, Marcus George Nelson. Now, we've been in isolation for a month now, and here are some rules that you should try your best to follow.
Basically, you can't leave the house for any reason. But if you have to, then you can.
Masks are useless, but maybe you should wear one. It can save you. It is useless, but maybe it is mandatory as well.
Stores are closed, except those that are open.
Okay, so you should not be going to hospitals unless you absolutely have to go there. Same applies to doctors. You should only go there in case of emergency. I mean, provided you're not already too sick.
This virus is deadly, but still not too scary, except that sometimes it actually leads to a global disaster.
Gloves won't help, but they can still help.
Everyone needs to go home, but if it's important, then go out.
There is no shortage of groceries in the supermarket, but there are many things missing when you go in the evening, but not in the morning. Sometimes.
The virus has no effect on children, except those it affects.
Animals are not affected, but there's that cat that tested positive in Belgium back in February, when no one had been tested yet. Plus a few tigers here and there.
You will have many symptoms when you are sick, but you can also get sick without symptoms, have symptoms without being sick, or be contagious without having symptoms.
In order not to get sick, you have to eat well and exercise. But eat whatever you have on hand, and it's better not to go out. Well, but no.
It's better to get some fresh air, but you get looked at funny when you get fresh air. And most importantly, don't go to parks or walk. But don't sit down. Except you can do that if you're old, but not for too long. Or if you're pregnant, but not too old.
You can't go to the retirement homes, but you have to take care of the elderly and bring them food and medication.
If you're sick, you can't go out, but you can go to the pharmacy.
You can get restaurant food delivered to the house, which may have been prepared by people who didn't wear masks or gloves. But you have to get your groceries decontaminated outside for 3 hours. Pizza too?
Every disturbing article or disturbing interview must start with, I don't want to trigger panic, but...
You can't see your older mother or grandmother, but you can take a cab and see an older taxi driver.
You can walk around with your friends, but not with your family if they don't live under the same roof.
You are safe if you maintain the appropriate social distance, but you can't go out with friends or strangers at the safe social distance.
The virus remains active on different surfaces for 2 hours? No, 4 hours. No, six. It was 6. No, it wasn't hours. Maybe it was days. And it lives longer on damp surfaces. Sorry, not necessarily.
So the virus stays in the air. Well, no. Or yes, or maybe. But especially in a closed room. In 1 hour, a sick person can infect 10. So if it falls, all our children were already infected before schools closed. But remember, if you stay at the recommended social distance, however, in certain circumstances, you should maintain a greater distance, which studies show the virus can travel further Maybe?
We count the number of deaths, but we don't know how many people are infected, as we have only tested so far those who were almost dead to find out if that's what they will die of.
We have no treatment, except that there may be one, which apparently is not dangerous unless you take too much, which is also the case with all medications.
We should stay locked up until the virus disappears. But it will only disappear if we achieve collective immunity. So when it circulates, we must no longer be locked up for that.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve
these nuts. Got him!